Anyway, when he came to power, he showed us a different personality of Islam, a different face of Islam. He said, okay, Islam is not always talking about forgiveness and love. Islam has also orders to go and kill, and he gave us examples from Prophet Muhammad himself, and for which we are grateful to Khomeini. And he said, don't think Islam is the religion of forgiveness. Prophet himself beheaded 700 people in one day when he noticed that they don't want to believe Prophet's words. So we came up with a new definition of Islam: 2 women, 1 man. 1 man, if he is Muslim, he can have as many wives from slaves as he wishes. But it's better for him to be kind. You can have slaves, you can sell slaves, you can sleep with the slaves, and you can go and kill your enemies. And your enemy is defined as anyone who does not believe Allah's words. So in the Quran we have verses that the Jews are pigs, monkeys, the mushrikeen, the Christians, are religiously unclean because they believe in Jesus as having the same power as God, and this is not possible. No one has the same power as God does. So Muslims call Christians a kind of pagans, and it's not pagan actually, but they are not clean, if you like. So that's why Muslim people have problems marrying Christian people, or probably vice versa. These are part of religion. So when you come to power with these ideas, you're going to apply these ideas to your society. So according to these ideas, then the Baha'is don't have any rights, because Islam says after Prophet Muhammad there shouldn't be any prophet, and the Baha'is prophets came after Muhammad. So these people must be killed according to Islam. The same is true with women and other religions and communists and non-believers, atheists these days. So you could get killed if you go to Iran and you say, I don't believe in God. I was Muslim, but today I don't believe in God. They will kill you. This is so simple. So God does not accept different opinions. That is the God of Islam. Anyway, we did what we could to stand against Khomeini, but we couldn't. He was strong, and he was mercilessly killing any different voice, any dissident, anyone who criticized Khomeini. Many were imprisoned, tortured, killed, and millions fled the country. One of them is sitting here today in Ireland. So we couldn't convince ourselves that this should be the law in a country, that someone is representing God and is giving these laws. In Iran, for example, music is banned, but they have allowed to have music under certain strict regulations. Dancing is forbidden, drinking is illegal, uncovering your hair if you are a woman is forbidden. A young man and a young woman holding each other's hand walking in a park is forbidden, and police can come and ask for your identification card. We couldn't do anything to change it. So like many others, we also decided to say goodbye to our houses, to our properties, to our relatives, to our friends, to our professions, to our language, culture, whatever we had, with the hope of finding here the one that we didn't have, freedom. So it was a gamble. We left everything there, and we wanted to get everything here plus freedom. We arrived here in 2008, And praise the Lord, I didn't see religion in power. The Taoiseach was not a supreme leader, or was not Ahmadinejad, and I was very happy to see that. The country is nice, and I'm already in love with Ireland, and my children are integrating very well here, and they are loving this country, and they are already calling themselves Irish. So I'm not criticizing my new country. I'm loving this, and I'm proud of myself to be here. My intention is to help improve conditions. If I am wrong, then please let me know. If I am right, then I am right then. So as a person who has experienced life under Islam for about 3 decades, and being homeless for more than a decade and finding a new house, I thought I am eligible to compare these two with the intention of bringing a better life for my new people. So please do not misunderstand me. As I said, I didn't see religion in power, and I was happy when I came here. But the day when I took my children to school here, and there are some rooms that you can mistake those rooms with a church room. And so I noticed the presence of religion there. And children, for example, are taken from schools to parish, to church, to pray during the time when they're supposed to be in classes. Religion is in hospitals, religion is in parliament, and people have to take an oath to one book called the Bible here. In Iran it is Quran, here it is the Bible. And also there are discussions about blasphemy law, which I think is a shame to talk about, but there are such discussions in this country. So when I noticed this, and I noticed Iran, the difference is that here religion is not directly in power, but it is the backbone of our laws, our educational system, hospital system, parliament system, the governing system. But in Iran it is directly in power. So when it is directly in power, it kills and makes us escape. And it's your job to find about Christianity when it was in power in Europe. So what should we do now? This is the question I cannot actually solve without dealing with these two religions. If we say Islam is wrong, so we are standing against a faith which is not logically developed. Faith is not logical at all. It is not reason-based. You have to believe. You can understand up to a certain point, and from there on, with these certain points are basically rules and regulations. But from there on, you cannot understand the nature of God. You cannot prove God. You cannot prove heaven, hell, angels. You cannot prove any of them, but you must believe. So you turn off your brain to turn on faith. So when an idea which is not based on brain, then how can you defeat that using another similar faith? Christianity, using Christianity against Islam. This has similar problems. You cannot prove any of these things here in Christianity in the same way you cannot prove in Islam. I noticed that there is one common issue in all religions, and I am a kind of fundamentalist in this particular case, and I'm looking for the foundation of our problems.